In this video, we are going to cover a specific use case for breach and attack simulation, and that is misconfigurations. As you can see on this slide, from now through 2023, Gartner predicts that 99% of all the firewall breaches will not be caused by flaws of the actual technologies, but by misconfigurations of the firewall. You can see here that there are many different ways that your network can be breached. Several of them are actually leveling out or even decreasing. But there has been a sizable increase in breaches that are caused by misconfiguration of our customer security infrastructure. As you can see, there's an almost 5% increase on misconfigurations from the last data breach investigation report that is published by Verizon. Security operations teams face challenges in understanding how their security tools work, leading to data breaches, vulnerabilities, and wasted time and money. The recent Security Operations Effectiveness Survey from Keysight found that just over half, roughly 57%, of security professionals were confident their current security solutions are working as intended. Yet only 35% of the survey respondents stated that they conduct testing to ensure their security products are configured and operating as they expect. To close this gap, 86% of respondents see strong value in security test solutions that can actively test their company's security product and posture using both internal and external attack vectors. In our recent security survey, we've learned that a large majority of companies are breached on average once each year, with barely half of security professionals confident in their current security solutions. This report reveals that security experts simply don't know if their security solutions are working as intended, and half of participants admit a breach occurred because a solution was not working as expected. Just over 2 out of 10 companies utilize an internal and external security testing. Only half of security teams practice breach and response and remediation. Nearly all surveyed were comfortable with running proactive tests against their production systems to find and eliminate blind spots. In the next section, my colleague Young is going to walk you through an example of how you can test your firewall against misconfigurations and how to mitigate.
Hello, my name is Young Zhou, Keysight Security Solution Architect. Today I'm going to continue our series of how to leveraging Keysight Threat Simulator to detect and fix the misconfigurations normally happen at the SecOps, and especially when it regarding to network security controls. So early this morning when I wake up, go to my dashboard of the Threat Simulator, I notice a significant change. If you look at top here, that my prevention score dropped from 57% to 29%. So let's take a look at what happens. If I go to the assessment results, I notice one item very interesting. This is the web application OS command injection assessment. Look at this prevention score, about 23%. But the detection score is 100%. What does that tell me? That tell me sort of the network security controls were able to flag it. Say those are the alert. Those are the bad stuff happen with regarding to attackers trying to get into the take control of the web application securities over the OS command injection techniques. But we are not properly blocking it. So if I go to the details of this, I will notice that there's something going on with today or this morning's assessment. Again, this dashboard will show you much more details. You can see all the detections are correlated from the SIEM perspective. That means my Palo Alto firewall, in this case, using it as it was detecting those attacks, but they were not block them properly, especially a lot of the critical ones. If I pick one like this OS command conjection with regarding to Centrion, I noticed that if you go to the overview, and this is a fairly straight CVEs from last year, 2019, and this is a critical CVE, so it was not blocked. So that is quite concerning. Looking back of the result I run, which is it is run a few days ago, and everything is properly flagged and properly protected, blocked, all the assessments. So this triggered me to look at what's going on with my network security controls. If I go to my Palos policy, so this is the one which is protecting my data center agent policy. So if I click here, I notice that the vulnerability protection was set to default. So somebody changed that. From my previous life, I remember days earlier I was doing with a strict policy for vulnerability protections to default. So let's take it back to the strict policy and see whether we can remediate this issue. So if I commit the change and change the fix this default configuration misconfigurations and take a look at whether we can restore my efficient web application security controls back to the normal, which is I have been maintaining. So now I replied the strict vulnerability protection profiles, and the next step, what I'm going to do is rerun this assessment again. And we'll come back a little bit later to take a look at the result. Now the assessment run is complete. Let's take a look at the result. Bingo. As you can see, this one's we restored the web OS command injection audit protections to 100%. If I go here, that we will see 100% protection score with all the correlations here. You can see the proper protection. So this is just another example to show you how to leveraging Threat Simulator continuous security assessment and validation to detect and mitigate misconfiguration. In this case, accidentally default configuration profile was used on my next generation firewall to really show you the values of continuous security assessment. Thank you very much. See you next time.